Hello and welcome to today's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for watching this Sunday afternoon. In our first segment, we're going to talk a little bit about something that's been popping up in family circles, and it is bird nesting. I'm here with Anthony Diaz.
Hi, Keisha. It's good to be here. Thank you.
Are you getting a lot of questions about what bird nesting is?
Well, it's becoming a more popular way of time sharing because the usual time sharing are when the parents share the children within their homes and the children go back and forth. But in bird nesting, it's when the children stay in the home and it's the parents that actually rotate in and out of the home. So it's becoming a really popular way to make sure that the children don't get shuffled back and forth and get to stay in their home.
Now, are you finding that it is the attorney that's suggesting this? Who's suggesting this to families as they, go through these different stages of life?
Well, we're getting more people asking about it, and the attorneys are also suggesting that for certain types of situations that call for a little bit more of a flexible arrangement, and it's becoming much more popular. And the parents now are looking to protect their children from the time sharing back and forth that could be really disruptive. And they're looking for ways that really make the divorce and the time sharing that happens after that a little bit easier on the children.
So far, do we have any idea about the age range of kids, who this really works for? Are we talking about school age children? Does it even work for, the teenagers?
It's a great question. And it works for all ages. But what I've found in my case is it benefits the younger children that need more routine and like to have some stability because they're not used to what's going on in a divorce. They're not really emotionally mature yet. But it also serves the older children, the teenagers that have a lot going on in their life. They have extracurricular activities. Maybe they're driving, and being able to stay in one place and not going back and forth is definitely better for them as well. And what really helps is if the children are close to graduating from high school, a lot of parents don't want to move them and want them to stay in one place. And if there's only a couple of years left until they graduate, it's also a great alternative.
As people are asking more and more questions about bird nesting, what are your suggestions in terms of, how they get it started? What are their first steps?
So there are definite questions to ask to see if this is a good arrangement. One is, have the parents considered the financial and logistical arrangements that it's going to happen? Financially, you have an extra home to support because now you have a home that the children stay in, and both parents are going to need to have separate housing. Do you have the resources to support that? There's also going to be logistical things because the parents are going back and forth. Does that fit into their schedule, their work schedule, their life? So those are the two main questions. If you can get past the financial part, and the schedule part, the last question is this good for you and the other parent? Can you work together in this arrangement? Do you have good communication skills? Do you have boundaries? So those are really important considerations for parents that are considering this great arrangement.
Anthony, thanks so much for coming on the show and sharing all of this information. For those who might need to, dig a little deeper, is there a website? Is there a place that they can, chime in and ask you questions and learn more?
Absolutely. I have resources and free ebooks for people to help them along this transition in their life, and they can find that at anthonydiazlaw.com.
Thanks so much for making us time for us here on Focus Atlanta. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right, guys, you have all of the information that you need if, in fact, you were considering bird nesting. Please take the opportunity to visit the website and learn more. And stay tuned to more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.